Dr. Barnaba Chol has taken oath as South Sudan's Minister of Finance. On the 4th of August 2023, the President of South Sudan, Salva Kiir Mayardit, has appointed a new Minister of Finance to change the economy by narrowing the huge inflation in the country. President Kiir told the minister to stay focused on the job and not accept being intimidated by those who want to run away with the public's money, assuring the new minister of his absolute cooperation as he tackles the economic reforms agenda. The new Minister of Finance, Dr. Bak, said that he will rein on the inflation while paying salaries and wages on time. On his first time on the job, Dr. Bak comes into the minister where the country is facing a huge economic hurdle brought by the surely growth in the pound inflation. Dr. Bak, who is an economist by profession, said that he will work to do everything to supply basic necessities to all the South Sudanese families. The Minister of Presidential Affairs, Dr. Barnaba Benjamin, described the Minister of Finance as the pillar of the country, calling on the minister to exert more effort to deliver on his mandate and stopping inflation and reducing costs for all South Sudanese. In another story, the National Parliament passes budget with 400% salary increasement.
We are here to discuss the budget, and there is no way you can discuss the budget without the Minister of Finance. The Minister of Finance is an ex-officio of the Parliament, and he has a right to attend the sitting. Secondly, a Minister of Finance should attend any budget discussion.
On Friday, 11th of August, the Parliament passed the £2.2 trillion fiscal year 2023 to 2024 budget with increasement of 400% salaries. In his address to the August House, Dr. Bak said his ministry will focus on regulating the foreign exchange rate of the South Sudanese pound against the dollar to overcome the inflation.
Right, Honorable Speaker, members of the August House, I want to submit an appeal. Today, I'm humbly honored as we gather once again to deliberate on matters that will shape the future of our beloved republic. As we stand at this crucial juncture, faced with the task of balancing our nation's aspirations with the harsh realities of our economic landscape, I humbly urge you to consider a measured approach in our pursuit of equitable wages and salaries for our dedicated public servants who have patiently weathered these storms year after year. The proposed budget, as suggested, 600% increase in wages and salaries for the fiscal year 2023-2024 budget, a figure that undoubtedly reflects our deep respect and appreciation for unwavering commitment of our workforce. However, let us not forget the fragility of our current economic circumstances. The echoes of austerity measures and financial constraints ring through our nation, including crisis in the region, as we strive to harness every available resource to meet our developmental goals. We must also acknowledge the potential ramification of such a significant increase. An abrupt rise of this magnitude could act as a catalyst for inflation, destabilizing the very economic foundation we are working tirelessly to strengthen.
The Finance Minister addressed that it's our collective duty to safeguard our country's financial stability, even if it means making hard decisions.
As stewards of our nation's prosperity, it is our collective duty to safeguard its financial stability, even if it means making difficult decisions like what we are doing today. Furthermore, let us remember that sustainability is the cornerstone of any budgetary plan. While the initial proposed budget carries grand ambitions, it is essential to recognize that we have not yet met in its entirely. As we move forward, it is important that we consider the holistic impact of our decisions on the well-being of our citizens and the stability of our country and the economy. We must be prudent in our approach to ensure that our decisions today not only compromise the progress we seek to achieve tomorrow. A 400% rise in wages and salaries, while representing a significant boost for our dedicated employees, embodies a responsible and prudent approach. It acknowledges the pressing need to uplift our workforce while actually remaining mindful of the limited resources at our disposal. Incremental progress should be our guiding principle. This approach will allow us to continue vital investments in crucial sectors such as health, education, agriculture, infrastructure, and investments that are paramount to securing a brighter future for the citizens and the coming generation. Let us not falter in our commitment to progress, nor undermine the aspirations of our nation. By embracing a 400% rise in wages and salaries, we strike a harmonious chord between honoring our workforce and also safeguarding our nation's physical ability. This considered decision will send a powerful message to our international partners and investors, reinforcing our commitment to responsible governance. And on the face of challenges, it will also allow us to implement the reforms we intend to undertake, such as providing essential goods, subsidizing food, and provision of incentives and allowances for our workforce. In this vital moment, I beseech each esteemed member of this august House to look beyond the immediate horizon and consider the long-term sustainability of our nation's growth. Our unity in making this prudent choice will not only demonstrate our resilience, but also demonstrate the parties to RSS are wholeheartedly committed to implementation of the peace agreement and united in one voice to advance our economy. Let us come together as representatives of the people to forge a path that bridge compassion with pragmatism, securing the prosperity of South Sudan for next fiscal year and the subsequent years actually.
Noticing the huge gap in salaries and wages, Honorable Bach suggested an increase of 400% to make effective and regular monthly payment for civil servants, army, and all organized forces.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable members of the August House, allow me to provide practical reasons to my request of maintaining original 400% increase in salary and wages. One, affordability. This is the only amount that can be managed by the government in terms of ability to regularly pay salaries monthly. Two, investing in key economic sectors. It is important to invest in key economic sectors that can reduce prices of food items in the country. Number three, inflation. I have mentioned this before, but let me emphasize. I would like to emphasize that this House should be mindful about the consequences rise of the salaries, because that will increase the money supply, and that definitely will increase the exchange rate in the exchange rate market, and the value of our currency will automatically go down, and that will even not help us in the rise of the salaries. Number four, the market price volatilities. It is evident that increase in salaries and wages is not a solution actually, because that will also increase the other volatilities in the market. Improvement on non-oil revenues, collection that we have agreed upon, we have taken upon ourselves as the ministry to stabilize and make reforms in the non-oil revenues. But while we are doing the reforms in non-oil revenues and also even proceeding further with the transitional financial arrangement with Khartoum, we need time, and that time is not long.
And due to the huge increase in essential goods and food items, the ministry will also work on regulating the market by investing in key economic sectors like agriculture and mining to reduce food prices.
Additionally, it is therefore imperative that the House considers investment in sectors such as agriculture, mining, so that we can have a better future.
Promising onward that in 5 months he will come up with a supplementary budget for the increasement of salaries by the 600% increasement.
Right Honorable Speaker, members of the August House, I submitted this appeal some days ago, and I'm here standing before you just to appeal to you that I'm not rejecting the 600% increase in the salaries and wages, because I also, like all of you, care about the well-being of our workforce and the military. But I'm asking for only 5 months to submit a supplementary budget that will include the rise to 600%. So this is my appeal to you, and I thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, and the members of the August House. Thank you.
The ultimate resource in economic development is people. Like Dr. Bach said, together we shall work hand in hand to prioritize our economic. Therefore, we congratulate the new Minister of Finance and the government of South Sudan, and wishing them more achievement and more success. Follow the conversation on all our social media platforms at Oxygen HD South Sudan. And remember, we are your #1 news command center. Until next time, Oxygen, breathe in.